What is up, my dudes? It's your boy, Easy Peasy Ham Jeezy, back with another video. And today, I'm gonna, off video, I built a monotype team based around my favorite type, Fire. And so, yeah, let's do some non-randomized monotype battles. So this is just great. I, the team I'm playing against is a completely, a water type team, which the only counter I have is my Rotom Heat, and he sends out the one Pokemon that can counter that. So I'm gonna get the heck out of here real quick. So, um, firstly, my team will be in the description as always, but let's just look through my team. So I got Dragony Boy, a Mega Charizard-X with Dragon Pulse, Crunch, Fire Blast, and Toxic. Elfany Boy, Heat Rotom with Levitate, Leftovers, and then the moves a Signal Beam, Return, Toxic, and Foul Play. Ground Boy, my Heatran with Flash Fire and Firium Z, and Earthquake, Flash Cannon, Eruption, and Toxic. Firstly, I'm gonna not Mega Evolve, or I'm gonna Mega Evolve because, or no, I'm not gonna, because if he uses a Ground type move, I'll be immune now, but once I Mega Evolve, I won't be. So he switches out to a Tentacruel, and it doesn't work. So now I'm gonna definitely Mega Evolve, hit it with the Dragon Pulse, and then, yeah, after this, I'll give you the rest of my team recap. So he's a Sludge Wave, which that mixed with Toxic does a good amount of damage. Then, I have Wet Boy, my Volcanion with the ability Water Absorb left, and his item is Leftovers, Hydro Pump, Earth Blast, Hydro Pump, Fire Blast, Earthquake, and Weather Ball. My lucky boy Victini with Victory Star as its ability, Leftovers, Fusion Bolt, Fusion Flare, Dazzling Gleam, and Energy Ball. I'm gonna send that out next time he sends out Gastrodon. And then the best boy ever, my Emboar with Flare Blitz, Focus with Reckless, and Leftovers, and the moves Flare Blitz, Focus Blast, Head Smash, and Toxic. So I'm gonna die, but I might as well just hope Dragon Pulse and do as much as I can. So I'm gonna send out a water type of my own because now their water type attacks will be not very effective on will be neutral on me. And so I'm gonna use Earthquake because isn't Earthquake good against, yeah, ground? It'll be neutral and it's very powerful because ground is super effective against poison and not very effective against grass or against water. Oh, never mind. I guess water doesn't resist ground. So that Earthquake did a good amount of damage, and I'm gonna use it again. Well, actually, I think he's gonna switch out, in which case I'm gonna use Weather Ball just in case he switches out to something that, or actually, no, even if he switches out Earthquake, unless he has something with Levitate, like, I don't think he does, I think, but, so he does switch out. Ground doesn't resist ground, so it still does a good amount of damage. Now, I'm going to use Hydro Pump because it's neutral because Gastrodon's a water and a ground type. And it's Stab and it's more powerful than Earthquake, but he has Storm Drain. So he uses Earth Power. It's super effective. And now, I'm going to switch out to my Lucky Boy because, like I said before, he has Energy Ball, which is 4 times effective on this Gastrodon. He uses Earthquake, it does a lot of damage. He is probably gonna switch out because this Gastrodon's the only thing he has against me. So I'm gonna use Dazzling Gleam. He does switch out, but he switches out into a Dragon type, which Dazzling Gleam will be super effective against. Then I'm gonna use Dazzling Gleam again. I'm gonna start the timer, and that knocks out the Kingdra. So I'm not. I'm most likely going to lose, but I'm doing much better than I thought I would. I'm gonna use Dazzling Gleam again, because I'm pretty sure that he's, yep, he is a water and dark type, and I think that fairy he protects speed boost. Never mind, why would I use Dazzling Gleam, which might be super effective against that? He uses Crunch and finishes me off when I had Fusion Bolt. So now I'm gonna send out Ground Boy, j because then Z power, yeah, his Firium Z is not gonna be very helpful in this. So I'm gonna use Steel Cannon because it's stab, and it has a chance to lower his special defense. But he's definitely gonna be faster than me because he's faster even without his speed boost ability, and he just Mega Evolves, so he uses Crunch. Um, why does he resist Steel? Does water resist Steel? I mean, I'm gonna poison it, but I'm not gonna be able to get that off, and so I'm gonna switch out to Rotom. He's gonna switch out to his Gastrodon. He doesn't switch out to Gastrodon, so never mind. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna lose this. But I'm gonna do another battle just to make up for it. So I'm gonna use Focus Blast, which he uses Psychic Fangs, but it's super effective. But Focus Blast would have been super effective on it because it was a dark type. So yeah, let's go back in with my FLAMEY UNO boys. So I'm up against another fire type. We each have a firefighting starter, a Rotom Heat, a Volcanion, and a Charizard. So I think I think I'm gonna go out to my my Volcanion just in if he doesn't go out to his Volcanion, but I'm gonna use Hydro Pump, but he might see through that and use uh switch out to his Volcanion. So I'm gonna use Earthquake. He does, but Earthquake is still super effective against Volcanion. Does a good amount of damage. And yeah, I'm just gonna see what he has Earth Power, which just does a lot more damage than it, but we should be at a speed tie unless he's holding an item, and he probably is, 'cause the chances that that happened aren't very great. So I'm gonna switch out to my Charizard, and then I'm gonna use Crunch on it just in case how did Crunch is a pretty powerful move, and it should have done a good amount of damage. And I didn't Mega Evolve just because. Sorry about that. I hit the mic. Just in case he used Earth Power again, but I should have because then that would have been neutral instead of super effective. So I'm gonna hit it with the Fusion Bolt 'cause it will be super effective. And let's see what he's gonna switch out to. So I hopefully it's probably not going to, but hopefully it's the Infernape because it'll be not very effective because my lucky boy is a psychic type, although I don't think I have a psychic type move on it. So he doesn't. I don't have a psychic type move, so I'm gonna get one on there by the next time. I'm definitely gonna update that. Uses U-turn, does a decent amount of damage to me. Switches out to its Rotom Heat, which is a ghost. No, it's an electric and fire type. So, yeah, Dazzling Gleam is gonna be my best bet. But Fire Resist Fairy uses Dark Pulse, that's super effective. But, yeah, I'm just gonna keep fighting to the bitter end. Yeah, I think Fusion Fire is gonna be the best shot because it's stab and it's the most powerful move he has, and even if it is not very effective. So I'm gonna switch out to. Actually, no, I'm not gonna switch out to Ground Boy because he has Levitate. So I'm gonna switch out to my Emboar, and then he's a uh, fire and electric type. I'm gonna use Head Smash, and it's good. I missed. What? That would have been super effective. That's BS. He Mega Evolves, but he Mega Evolves the Pokemon where Head Smash is still super effective, and I one-shot it, and the recoil does a good amount of damage to me, and it's still not looking the best, but that pumps me up. That gives me the fighting chance. He knocks out my Emboar. I'm gonna switch out. I didn't mean to do that. That was really dumb. I'm gonna use Earth. I should have switched out to my other Pokemon, 'cause now his fighting type is super effective against my Steel type. But he uses a flying type. He must have a choice band or something. So I use Earthquake. I'm gonna use he. I guess he doesn't. Close combat does a good amount of damage, but it also weakens him a ton. Or it lowered his defense and special defense a lot, but it's not gonna matter because I could have knocked him out anyway. Hopefully, I'm faster than it. It uses solar beam, but because of the sunlight, it didn't have to wait up and charge. So yeah, I'm gonna lose. I hope I can win, but I'm probably gonna lose. He misses the Fire Blast, which will give me a chance to get the Toxic off, which it'll uh it'll de sorry about that. It'll deal a good amount of damage to it, but I don't think it's gonna be enough. So I'm gonna use Return. He uses a not very effective Fire Blast. Return because it's a pretty powerful move. But huh, I mean Pyroar. Do you think Pyroar? Because I'm thinking about using Foul Play because I think his attack stat will be. And oh, he has boosted attack, so yeah, Foul Play is definitely the move. It did. Wait, did that do? Here, let me just check the checks. That did 23% and Return did 23%. So, but if he switches out, so I'm gonna keep using Return. And if Return hits, that plus the Toxic will be enough to Well, yep, that plus the Toxic is enough to finish him off. So I'm gonna definitely start out my next I'm gonna start out. He sends out his own Rotom. I'm gonna start out by poisoning it. He has a Z move. He uses Inferno Overdrive. I resist it, but because of how strong it is, it still does a ton of damage. So he most likely has the same amount of damage or the same uh, attack as me. So I think Return's gonna be my best hit. He uses Dark Pulse and flinches me. That flinch could be the difference between. I mean, I'm gonna lose, but it could be the difference between me knocking out his Rotom and not. But he uses Discharge. It does it. I'm still alive, and he goes down to the Toxic. So, he is one full health Pokemon. But if Toxic hits and he misses, he doesn't. But he hits, but it does practically no damage. And then if I can get this Darmanitan below 50% health, he'll turn into a Psychic type, and Foul Play will do a good amount of damage. But he uses U-turn, which is gonna finish me off. But anyway, thank you all for coming out to another one of my videos, and remember, life's a breezy if you keep it easy peasy, ham and cheesy. Bye!